All right, guys, welcome back. So quick of just a quick video to show you guys some things. So I just want to do like a little unboxing on this motor. Never owned one. Obviously, I'll just tell you up front, it's not a Zykoy or Chikoi. We don't have the biggest we have right now is a 240. And I needed at least a 260 to a 300 range, so I had to go elsewhere. Just because I'm a Zykoy dealer and service guy for the turbines doesn't mean I don't use others. I'm friends with most of the other manufacturers, some not so much, but that's their problem. But anyways, so I got this. It's a motor. I've got something that I picked up at auction at Mississippi Afterburners that I will talk about real quick and maybe ask you guys your thoughts on. I'm not going to do a video on it yet because I really haven't messed with it yet, and it's going to be a learning curve for me. And then something else that I've been meaning to do is an item that I got in a few months ago, and I hadn't even added them to my website. Like, that's like horrible business, but so I'll start with that, and I'm gonna have to grab the camera to show you guys these. So I started out my whole business doing brain cube lights. That's where it started for me. And originally there was, it might have been Marvin down in Florida that was doing brain cube. Well, they went out of business. An English group of guys or company would come along and bought them, and then that's when, because I'd inquired about being a dealer for them before, they hit me up and asked me if I wanted to do brain cube lights, and I'm like, sure, yeah, awesome. So I started out my little business doing brain cube lights, and I don't, it haven't been a huge popular thing just because, just because they didn't have lenses at first, and so then that's when Unilight kind of came along and things like that, and kind of took over the market. But the thing about the brain cube lights is they're super simple. All you really you can plug in a 6-volt to 24-volt battery into the controller and it regulates it out. Versus some of the others where it's like whatever power you plug into it is what comes out. Well, this one doesn't. On the brain cube controller you get, I think it's 5 volts max to the LEDs. They have the resistors built in, so it's plug and play. And the biggest complaint was they didn't have lenses, and I didn't really have a source for that. Well, fast forward a few years, now they have lenses, and it's more so along, it's a partnership with Vario, because I actually met these guys when I was in Germany, stationed there for a few months. They came over, I met up with Kristen and the guys from Brain Cubes in Germany, and we all went out and had lunch, and shortly thereafter, that's where these lenses kind of came in. They're actually branded under Vario helicopters. But they're used for jets as well. And essentially what it is a bunch of lenses of various sizes that will fit the brain cube lights. So let me grab the camera here, and we'll go from here to this. So I'm gonna let me enable the preview here if I got it. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Okay. So here's what you got. So you've got a colored set, and then you've got just a clear. And these are meant for the smaller LEDs, but you can drill them out and put bigger LEDs if you want. Because there's various sizes of brain cube LEDs. There's 5 millimeter, 3 millimeter, up to like, gosh, I have to look back. I'm not even gonna go there. But they have these various sizes of things, and they're based off a scale. Like this is a 1/2.2, kind of like a position light. And you could actually take one of these, cut a hole in it, and mount it just like that, which would make it look like your typical position and anti-collision lights that you see on the tip of general wing aviation aircraft. Landing light type deals, and just whatever you want to do. But they have the same, you have a pack that you can get which is just all colored, which comes in all these different sizes. 10 through 20 millimeters is essentially what these are. And then these, like I said, the smallest is the 10 millimeter, and this is, I forget, is the 15 millimeter. Yeah, 15 millimeter. And then this one is a, yeah, 20 millimeter, which is for the half scale. So half scale, 1/3 scale, and this is like a 1/6 scale. And they're pretty neat. So I'm actually going to put these on the Viper Jet. I had put this lens on the Viper Jet that was like a Unilights, but then this came out. So this is what I'm going to be putting on the actual Viper Jet. This size seems, even though this is supposedly a 1.2.5, which is what the Viper Jet is, this, just where I put the lights, if I would have known about these before I put the lights on the wing, I would be using these. But because of where I put them, these will not fit, which sucks because these look awesome on the Jet. And I already drilled a hole in the winglet and everything, so I'm just going to use these. I'm going to try it. I may have to shape it. If I can make this work, I will do it, because I really want to use the bigger ones. But if not, I'll use these. And I'm going to replace all the Unilight lenses that I put on the Viper Jet fuselage and stuff with these. And they're plastic, and the back piece that clips on to the actual lens is black for a reason. It helps with the light, and you can paint it silver if you wanted to help with reflection, things like that. But that's what you get. And like I said, they have this same pack that just comes all clear like this. This is multiple packs, but that's kind of what you can expect when you get one of these. So, anyways, so there's that. Let me put this camera back now and get on. We'll go to the. Let's see. Make sure I'm pointed in the right area here. All right. So what I won at auction. And this is where I'm gonna slide this out of the way for now. So you guys all know my Futaba woes, and I love Futaba, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with Futaba, but I'm finding it very hard to do things that I want to do now with technology kind of coming along. So I was looking at other radios, and there's a couple guys here, even a dealer rep for these FlySky radios. And I wanted to try something. I'm not gonna go buy a radio to experiment. Like, if I can borrow one from somebody, I'll do that when it comes to power box, but I'm not going to pay the money for a power box just to get it and figure out I don't like it. So if I could try one out, I would love to try one out, a power box. It's kind of up between power box and this. I'm not going to do Jetty. I just don't like the way Jetties feel. Nothing wrong with the Jetty. It's just ergonomically not my thing. And so this was my next choice. Followed it up, and my second, well, this is my first choice. The second will be a power box, but they had one at auction, and I was like, well, shoot, I'll bid on it, and I won it. It come with a one of their R18 receivers, which is an 18-channel receiver, and it's dual, it's 2.4 and 900. That's one thing Futaba just added, which you have to plug in an external module, and I'm sure the next flagship will have it integrated. But that was their kind of solution, is adding a 900 megahertz to their flagship radios. But I don't really care about that. I never had a problem with signal with Futaba. My thing is just trying to get better tech that works with telemetry easier, that I can do. Like this one, you can get 24 channels with it right in the radio, and I've got to figure out how it will work with what I have, because if I can find something that will allow me to set up things via S-Bus and get the channels I want without banging my head against the wall, then I'm all for it. So tell me what you guys think. If you've used these, this is the S, it's not the Pro. I know the differences between the two. And if I was gonna go FlySky, I would obviously probably go get the Pro, but I'm not gonna do that until I know that it might be something I want. And the thing of it is I'm not going to have anything to put this in for a while, because I'm not going to go putting this in a $20,000 jet, just plain and simple, because one, I don't know if it'll do what I wanted to do. I mean, I know it'll do what I wanted to do, but I don't know it well enough to do what it needs to do. So I would like to hear your guys' feedback. I know and one thing I've been told is like, hey, don't get this certain update because it's got issues. That right there is a red flag for me, because I don't want to be your tester. I'm already doing that with the jets. I don't want to do that with the radio. I want to try, like when I get a radio, I want it to work. If I update the radio, I don't want to worry about it screwing things up and losing a $20-something thousand jet. So I have a problem with that right off the get-go. But I don't update a lot with Futaba. So that's, if I can get away with updating occasionally after that current version's been out for a few years, okay, fine. But that to me is a red flag right out the gate. So it doesn't make you trust and feel very comfortable. So let me know what you think. I don't know who to talk to yet. I got one guy sent me a contact for Fry Sky USA. Local guys are really good with them, so I can talk to those guys. But I would love to be able to talk and work with somebody and hopefully develop something with this, you know, because I have a great idea for an S-Bus type system, which is kind of based off what I'm using now, but they just don't make them anymore. So if I could get these guys to maybe make like one of their little power systems that'll do what my Mcotech battery backers do, you know, hint, hint, wink, wink. But anyway, so I'll do a video on this later because sorry about that. Customer asking about his motor. So I'll do something on this later, but hurry up. So this don't get long-winded. So what the video is mainly about is this. So this is a Schwinn motor. So I got this from Andy in New York. He's a pretty decent dude. I've talked to him a few times. It was about a 2-week order, and he's got a manual that I think he produces with his cards. He's from CRX Turbines, some stickers, and I really haven't done much with it because, like I said, I got it. It showed up Friday when I was at Mississippi Jets, but so I did look at it last night. It is a big motor, my biggest motor yet. So this is it. Let me see if I can take it out of the packet here for you guys. And I'm just doing a quick what's in the box just to kind of show you guys what it is. And that is it. There comes with a pump, and their pumps are weird. They have multiple ports on the pump, and depending on the motor, you use 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. This one uses all 4. I'm not keen on that because of these Festo things. I'm not, you know, just more failure points, but if it works, it works. I'm not bashing by any means. Like I said, I just, it just kind of looks hanky. But, and then you got a cable pack, and then their little GSU, which is kind of nice. I like it. Bigger screen, push buttons. I'm not a fan of a touch screen. Just, they always seem to break. So I'm a fan of this. And a lot of fuel tubing for, it looks like 4mm and 6mm. So, oh, what is this? Oh, and this is the, you know, I don't know if this is their hub or a GS or actually their ECU. I'll have to look, because this could be like our engines where it's just a hub, a connection point for everything. But the ECU may be on the motor. I don't know. I know the valves are, so I'm guessing that the ECU is on there, but it could just be a header board, and this could be the ECU. I don't know yet. I haven't read. And then they give you a Festo fitting, which is 4mm, so that looks like it's going to be after the pump. And then they give you a Festo type fuel filter. These are what we use with Zyquay. Always on the pressure or suction side. So anyway, so I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to put these here. And there it is. I mean, well, it's a big beast. And this is going in the Viper Jet. So this is going to be fun. I like them. You know, initial impressions, you know, they look good. I don't know if this is plastic or what, or red aluminum. But it looks like a good motor and nice beefy straps. The tail cone is what's really big. I'd already talked to him about like pipe size because the Skymaster uses two pipes. One's like a 4-inch, the other one's 4 1/4, the other one's like almost 5 inches. I'm going to use the smaller one, which is what they're saying is for a 260, but from what I've been told, the 4-inch-ish will work just fine. So that's the thoughts. Ooh, 14 minutes. So I'm just going to do a quick weight thing for you guys and put this on pounds. So just the motor. .98 pounds, so just say 6 pounds. So 6 pounds there. I'm just going to add all this on here. So, and this will be minus the fuel line and battery. 5.6. So just say 0.6 of a pound. So, oh gosh, I'm losing track. So 0.6, and when did I say this was 6 pounds? Yeah, so just say 6.5 pounds. And I know some people will mount this. I'm not going to mount that because I use telemetry on this. So 6.5, 6.6 pounds, what you're looking at without a battery. And this is a 0.1. So if you want to add it, so 6.7 pounds without a battery and fuel line. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, that's 300 newtons, you know, so that's a beast. Yeah, so that's it. So, and oh, I did ask about telemetry. You don't have to get any kind of V-Speak data if you're a Futaba guy, which I'll have to check on that with FrySky. But there's a telemetry port right here, 3-cell LiPo, engine pump, D-bus, I don't know what the D-bus is, data bus, okay, GSU PC, so if you want to hook up to a PC, that's how you update it. There's actually a USB with 3 different, you have to update different things, I guess, the turbine, the pump, and maybe this. And that USB device has 3 different plugs on it for each thing. And then, yeah, pump, ECU, engine, and then battery. Has the same type of connections, the XT, the mini XTs that the Zykoas do. Nice little aluminum thing, a little beefy, but that's all right. So there you go, and that's 17 minutes. That's a long video. So sorry to drag it out, but I just want to show you guys this real quick. But so far, working with Andy's been good. Like I said, I know him prior to this, and you know he does a little bit of everything, but his primary thing is Schwiwen. And the only thing I want to find out about is it says 5% if you run Caro or Jet A, and I can do both. Jet A is the best by their instructions. Diesel is usable in this as well, but they say to go to 3%, which is that makes sense because diesel has more oil in it. So I will probably do Jet A as long as I can get it. My only question to them is, we run 4% oil in all our motors. If I can get, because a lot of times you can get away with, you know, running 3 to 5% on a motor. But I'm gonna find out to see if I can run 4% oil with Jet A or Caro, because that'd be awesome. But if not, I'll do 5%, no big deal. So, anyways, you guys have a good one. I gotta get back to, I'm actually gonna go exercise. You gotta keep moving, man. I made that mistake when I retired from the Army and took a year off, and yeah, it was too hard to get back to where I was. Plus, you get older, man, you gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Helps the bones, helps the joints. I'll say this, I hurt less when I do exercise as well, so gotta stay moving. Plus, it's good kind of relaxation. I go and listen to music and kind of relax while I'm doing it. Funny, I never liked doing it when I was in the military because it's like forced into doing it. And even as a warrant officer, man, I still had to do PT, so I had to take PT tests. Granted, I didn't have to do it all the time with the groups. I could do my own thing, which was nice, but I still had to meet the standard. But anyways, yeah, so give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit notifications if you want. That helps the channel. And if you know anything, got any words of wisdom, tips, hits, hates, you know, I mean, I know there's always going to be, you know, fanboys. I hate to use that word, but there's always going to be those people that are always going to be one radio or the other, and are always going to have negative, you know. But if you've got legit concerns or things about it that's good, things about it's bad, and you know, let me know. So, and I'll do more videos on the FrySky maybe once I can kind of get around to it. But I'm gonna go exercise, and then I'm gonna work a little bit on the F-22 tonight. I'm gonna completely do the setup on it and see if I can figure out whatever was causing the gyro not to initialize. And then if I can't, I'm not gonna get hung up on it. I'm gonna finish the jet, and I'll worry with the gyro down the road. I don't have to use the gyro. And then I'm gonna get on the Viper jet and the SU because I'm excited because I want to get those done and fly them at Kentucky Jets this year, and that's just right around the corner because I'm going to lose most of June because I'll be in Italy on a vacation. So you guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.